I've always loved color. I've always loved contrasting colors, colors that actually go and create electricity with each other. You know, if you put a green and a red together, you always get this this electrical line going across. And I remember just as a little kid loving to mix yellow and blue. For some reason, that also created that electricity, you know, that very, very sharp contrast. I also like the fact that all colors actually can work together. I mean, some colors look ugly together, but they all can work together. And it's also, there's an underlying current of color and racism, growing up in a racist society and being told, you know, that the races or the colors can't mix. Well, that's not true. But it's also my little take on politics and racism. South Africa, that I use a lot of different color. And I take a lot of chances, I take a lot of risks in using different colors because I never know in the beginning what's going to work and what isn't. Okay, that's all the throwing of paint that I'm going to do. And now comes another part of the process, which is rolling it, which is kind of fun. Check this out. The method of doing it is an inverted method of painting. So as opposed to your traditional, so-called traditional artist working up from a white gessoed canvas background, working your background, your middle ground, your foreground, your highlights, I'm working in the reverse. So what I'm doing is laying one flat color on glass, stripping that vertically and horizontally with a razor blade so that I've got my first layer, and then I will put down another layer with probably won't be flat color. I might drip, I might paint. And all the chaos that occurs daily on the grid. So what's happening here is half the painting is actually being eliminated. So by doing this horizontal, it's now another 25% of the paint is coming off and leaves us with just 1/4 of what we did in the first. Beautiful color there. Measuring it. Just keep on going. Okay, then if you're looking at it from underneath, you see that I've shifted my channels over to the right, the way the camera is seeing it. Now I'll do my third generation, and I'll probably estimate that I'm going to cut off like another half of the first generation, leaving the second generation, and then some third generation. And then I'll go to the fourth and the fifth and the sixth and the seventh and all the way to the 13th if need be. This was completed in July, and I probably started it about January or February, so it was about a 6-month process. I didn't work on this one alone, I worked on 2 others at the same time, but I needed to have, it's like you need night in order to have day, you know, you need to have warmth in order to have cold. I needed to be able to come to it, interact with it work on it with a particular frame of mind and then go away from it and then come back to it with another frame of mind. I just see grids everywhere. I mean, physically you see these grids, the streets, the buildings, but then there are the invisible grids as well. There's the corporate grids, corporate grid structures, right? I mean, people at the bottom, people in the middle, people at the top. Social grid structures, families, religious organizations, social clubs, people fit on this grid. And the thing is that within those structures, there's all kinds of other stuff happening. Yeah. Now that will go onto, that will be now stretched onto canvas. There's the macro image and the micro image, you know, and there's always something within something within something. And that's, well, part of what I'm trying to do here is that it looks like it's the same thing, but it's not, because every single one is somewhat different. So it almost reads as if it were a book, you know, and it's already, I mean, it's abstraction, so it's really in the mind of the viewer to read into it what they will. And that's the freedom that I want to give the viewer to do.